Thank you. Greetings, President Christ. We salute you for the 10 years of unbelievable service to our college. You take with us our love, our admiration, and our deep gratitude as you embark upon your next step from Smith. Greetings, Smith faculty, honored guests, my fellow trustees, my family, my friends, the wonderful class of 1988. And most of all, the most amazing women seated here today, the class of 2013. When Carol asked me to speak today, I was so delighted because I have had the honor and the privilege of knowing so many of you seated here today. And Shuyong, you really do embody the Smithy in all of us. Class of 2013, you, as women for the world, are empowered now to lead change. You and I both aspire for the world to be a shared partnership in all respects. As we tell the women around the world, we want the world to be a place where women are represented equally at the highest levels of society, business, and government, where women's health is not just an afterthought, where women's networks are just as powerful as men's, and where women don't have to derail their careers or lose their own identities in order to raise their children. As you graduate from Smith College, you are ready to join the ranks of your 48,000 Smith sisters and other women whose every triumph has paved the path for your success. You will learn, just as we did, to lead forward, make the world a better place, every tiny step at a time. Through your own leadership, you will question, you will push, you will use the lessons that you have learned at Smith, and you will encourage others to follow you as you reimagine the world to be a place that you want to leave behind. That's leading forward. Let me share with you 3 of my own life lessons as I embarked upon the same journey that you're about to start today. I learned to appreciate the privilege of being at this incredible institution. I questioned the status quo. I learned everything I could. I think I was a true Smith geek. But I really wanted to find better answers, and that quest in me has never stopped. I learned to fashion the contents of my one suitcase into the styles of the 80s, and oh, how stylish we were. I learned to be comfortable when my fellow classmates asked me sometimes uncomfortable questions, and very soon, as you will do, I started to ask some of myself. I followed the example of the 10-armed goddess Durga as I took on the challenge of multitasking my life in college, in the US, and as a global citizen. In short, I learned at Smith to find creative solutions and innovate for sticky problems. I was fascinated by American government, and I applied to the Picker Washington semester program. No matter whether I was an econ major or I was the first international student to do so, somehow going first seemed like a very Smith thing to do. My advisors and professors encouraged me, but they also pushed me and they criticized me. And I learned to listen even when the criticism hurt. Professor Taft Morris gave me her house keys the first day we met at Smith, and her home became the first of many welcoming places on this campus, from Hopkins House to Duckett House, to now Alumni House, and Paradise Road and Round Hill Road. Over many, many debates and discussions, sometimes over liquids that we won't describe, many dreams were dreamt and started to look like they might become reality. Class of 2013, the world needs you more than ever before. As smart, strong women, you look for shared leadership with your fellow men. Share the lessons you have learned at Smith. Place trust in the people who believe in you. Learn to understand and appreciate criticism. Even if you change the lives of a handful of people, it's well worth the effort. We're ready. Are you ready to lead forward? Take risks, be daring, think big, and always, always think Smith. Just as I did when I was inspired to create the Asian Women's Leadership University for the future women leaders of the world, halfway across the world. I want them to have the same opportunities that you have had, the same gems of leadership that have sprouted on this campus. My career and my Smith education have prepared me for this role, but it wasn't a straight path. It took many zigs and zags to get me to where I am today. As we plan this endeavor, Smith is a partner by my side. When we open doors in a few years, I want every one of you to be by my side. So Smith Women for the World, are you inspired to be innovators? Can you go out into the world, turn on those Smith brains, and dream the dreams for the women who dare not dream as big as you? Do you promise to work hard and find uncommon solutions and always, always be prepared? My second life lesson here was the discovery of my voice. It was sometimes loud, but not always strong, until Smith. My voice trembled a little when I had to call the director of financial aid, as tuition increases didn't make it into my aid package. My voice was strong when I joined the ranks of my classmates to occupy College Hall and ask Smith to divest from South Africa. Smith listened both times, so here I am today as an alum. There was only one momentous occasion on this campus that rendered me completely speechless. When Professor Kaufman called me and woke me up at 8:15 one snowy, freezing morning to remind me that I needed to be in class. Ouch. Only at Smith. Change is not easy, but it's now part of your Smith DNA, and it can be great fun. Can you be fearless and use your voice powerfully? I think so. That's how you lead. Can you write your op-eds and use your very opinionated voices to tell the world what to do? Absolutely. That's leading forward. So class of 2013, take the plunge, lead forward. So what if you stumble and fall? Pick yourself up, dust off, keep going. The Smith Network is right behind you to support you. Smith has taught you well. Learn from us. Lead, push forward, change a few lives, and make us proud. Celebrate your values and your sense of self, because Smith has made you, you. Don't ever lose that, ever. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to ape the most popular person around you. Instead, celebrate the uniqueness of who you are, because in that uniqueness, you are a Smithy. And that is the most important lesson that I learned on this campus. I reveled in the simple joys of being in this beautiful space, the freedom to learn about the art of Leonardo alongside the fifth differential in calculus, the pleasure of walking Professor Felton's dog Willa and pretending that she was my own, the laughter from running down the hill to India House to get samosas when we were supposed to be taping up the windows against Hurricane Gloria, the surprise at seeing my door plastered with paper snowflakes, marking my first ever snowfall, the celebrations with good friends and teachers at successful beginnings and endings. But underlying it all was a passion for trying to better myself in any way I could, using my Smith-learned lessons of innovation, voice, and self-discovery. The passion that was fed by the support and the love of this matchless community of like-minded women, smarter than smart, crazier than crazy, kinder than kind. It was inspired by the incredible stories of women's lives from the ground up and the aspirational stories of their ambitions. So look around you today and this entire weekend to see the community of Smith women who support you in everything that you do. We will encourage you, we will mentor you, we will open doors for you, and we will kick you in the butt at that inevitable moment when you need to be reminded of your promise to the world. Lead forward. It is more than worth the effort, and we do this because it was done for us. And because, as Gandhi said, we want you to be, and we know that you must be, the change that you want to see in the world. Congratulations to you all, class of 2013.